So, how is everybody doing on this wonderful, I guess when I'm editing, Sunday night? It's been pretty good over here. Not much has been going on. Um, just chilling, still in that quarantine. But, yeah. So, this is the third episode of our Calamity Mod weapon reviews, and it is the Flurry Storm Cannon, which, in my opinion, is a very fun weapon. I really like the mechanic of having to spin up your barrel. And I guess the only thing I really wish it would do is take normal bullets, but it doesn't, so we're using snowballs, and we have Louis AFK to give us infinite snowballs so we don't have to worry about ammo. So let's go test this bad boy out. I must say, out of the dedicated content in the pre-hard mode section, I would say this is probably my favorite of the weapons. The Abyssal Shocker is not anything to write home about. I've never used a flower personally, and the Athesis is alright, but it kind of drops off there towards the end of pre-hard mode. But which I guess I use it against Skeletron and I use it against Queen Bee and the Perforators, but I never really use it against the Wall of Flesh because it's got good burn damage, but you get some burn damage off of this and deal extra damage. So that's why I prefer Flurry Storm more so than the other weapons, but the Thesis is alright. So yeah, we have both a hard mode or in-game and pre-hard mode setup, and the pre-hard mode setup is pretty much just stuff that I would normally use uh, in pre-hard mode before defeating the Wall of Flesh. And we'll be testing both values with the pre-hard mode and the hard mode. So yeah, they all are rolled to menacing, which I forgot to do in my last damage videos. I'm sure that affected it quite a bit, so most of those weapons were probably at a much higher damage than what we were giving it, but that's what I do, and we will not make that mistake again. We have all of our menacing, and yeah. So we're hitting pretty decent single target damage, about 100-ish. It does definitely, when it speeds up, it does definitely do a lot more, which is kind of a given. Let's go ahead. I guess it's about 290. Let's go ahead and test the group DPS, which is already about 80-ish at the slow rate of fire. But as you can see, it's spinning up, and we're getting about 200, maybe 300 every now and then, maybe. It's not looking like it. Maybe for a second, it'd be possible to get 300, but 200s overall. So let's go test out this weapon against some bosses. We have Slime King, Eater Worlds, and Hive Mind here. As far as the boss fights go, between these three, my opinions are pretty neutral on all of them. I do like Eater Worlds quite a bit, just because of how chaotic and hectic it gets. I don't like doing the whole aim for the head. I'll usually aim for the body just to get it a little more exciting. Because if you aim for the head, it's kind of a boring boss fight. But if you get all those segments, you gotta dodge and weave through them. It's pretty fun. Slime King, I'm pretty neutral about. It's an alright boss. It is a very good introductory boss, and it serves its purpose well. And I must say, Slime Queen is a definite upgrade to Mr. Slime King here. But yeah, we took him down pretty easily, which is no surprise. You could pretty much take that boss down with a drill. So, no surprise there. And Eater of Worlds time, and Hive Mind time. So, boom, boom, bam. And as you'll see here, I'm not really aiming for the head the entire time. I do some of the time, just to try to get it under control. But I do aim for the body just to try to get more segments, because I find that way for the boss fight to be more fun. It's not like you're ever in really danger when you're fighting the Eater of Worlds anyway, on any difficulty. So it is just kind of fun. And as you can see, the Snowman Cannon is absolutely tearing this son of a bitch up. Like it's shredding. Uh, Honestly, better than I thought it would be. I figured 20 range damage is not necessarily like top tier, but with the Frostburn, it's killing them underground. And yeah, it's definitely putting in some work. Uh, yeah, as far as most of these weapons go, and the Calamity experience as a whole, it's been pretty fun. Uh, I really would like to in the future make a Terraria story series. Maybe add my own little unique story into it. I feel like that could be pretty fun. Uh, Also maybe do just a regular playthrough on 1.4. Maybe do a Calamity playthrough. I'm not too sure about doing a Calamity playthrough, just because at least until it gets the update. I would say I would I would probably be maybe when the update comes out. When who knows how long it'll be a year from now? I'll do a Calamity run through. Ooh, little lag. Uh, but yeah, I'd probably do it on Revengeance if I did it. I'm not too big on ball crushing death mode, but yeah, the normal mode's kind of easy. I've been thinking about maybe making these damage videos in Expert World. Um, Problem is, I've already pre-recorded a bunch, so if you guys think an Expert World damage testing would be better, let me know, because these boss fights are kind of easy. Maybe in a Revengeance uh, boss uh, boss fights, or I mean, you could argue death mode for some of them. Some of them in-game weapons that are just ridiculously overpowered. But he about went invisible there. Hive Mind's an okay boss fight. I personally, which is kind of unpopular opinion, but I kind of like the Perforators better. Although I'm not a big fan of the Perforators either. But I mean, at least the Hive Mind is unique in a sense. Perforators follow the worm feet, but I like the idea of like it kind of levels up as you level up. So I think that's why I like the Perforators a little better than the Hive Mind. But the Hive Mind boss mechanics are unique, and I think they should do more with them. And yes, we had to make a jump cut there because I had to flail around with the boss summons for the fight. And we have our hard mode items, as you can see. We have our regular boots back on, all of these wonderful accessories with menacing ruled, so more damage. And yeah, let's test out our DPS. So single target with all of our buffs. Feel a lot of them. I hit about 200, 300. This is some decent damage numbers. About 400, 500, maybe 600. Now that we're ramped up. I do think that the flare ticks kind of mess with that, but I'm not too sure about the whole tick system. I think the flames kind of lower it almost, I want to say. So yeah, let's try the group DPS out. Let's let it ramp up a little bit here. Doing alright. 5, 6, 7. Pretty decent, about 500, 600. I'm sure it's possible to pull 1,000 with this guy. I'm not 100% sure how, but I wonder if those arrow rings from above kind of do it. Yeah, as you can see, all my potions and stuff. But yeah, let's try out a King Slime with this buff. See now this bad boy does 40 damage, which is double damage. Let's try it out. And if I kind of like the lopsided projectiles, projectiles. Projectiles. Yeah, but we're gonna have to get rid of our little the amalgamation or whatever it's called. And let's just replace it with the Cthulhu shield because we don't have a dodge currently. So yeah, I'd say we go ahead and put on the Cthulhu shield. I'm sure I could get the cryogen lore and that way get the dash, but I figured this would be a little cooler. Huh? Nice pun. Alright, let's try this one more time. And a little bit of lag. Love to see it. And there we go. It's hitting pretty good damage. Especially now that it's fully tarred up and those ice shards are going out at it. But there you have it. It's pretty good against the Slime King. I say we up it to the Aquatic Scourge, which is technically fightable in free hard mode, though it is not recommended by the wiki. I kind of want to try that, defeating Aquatic Scourge with only pre-hard mode armor stuff. This personally, not one of my favorite fights. I guess if I were to do one, it would be, although I'm not sure, because the Leviathan and the Siren are pretty difficult. So I'm wondering if it's possible to defeat them. I guess I'd have to see if it's possible to defeat the Aquatic Scourge first. There we go. Sorry, a little focused up here. Yeah. So the Aquatic Scourge never been one of my favorites. It's kind of one of my lower tier, just because it's a lot like the other worm bosses in this game. I feel like there's a lot of worm bosses, which, I mean, the Eater of Worlds is a fun boss, so is the Destroyer. Eater of Worlds being, a little bit more preferable. And I really like the Devourer of Gods. I think that's a fun boss fight, which I'm pretty sure I've stated before. But the Aquatic Scourge, kind of the Desert Scourge, to extent the Perforators, although I like the idea behind the Perforators. They're all just kind of the same. I wish there was more Planet Terra and Poltergeist boss likes, because to me, Planet Terra and Poltergeist are just more fun. I'm not sure, although I do like this guy's AoEs, although I'm running into them a lot. It's seeming like we're actually able to do this with our current buffs, so my guess is if I were to set up a platform system and all that, I probably could defeat the Aquatic Scourge before hard mode. I think it's possible. Probably not with the Flurry Storm, but I'm sure something in the game could probably take it out. And he ran into me. Oops. Well, it wasn't like a true death, but it was close enough. I'm sure it would have been possible. Yeah, so jump cut again, and we are back to here. So yeah, that was another episode. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.